Hey guys, it's Lam here making another video. Alright, so by the time that this video is uploaded, it will be the day after Valentine's Day. I'm laughing because I had said Thanksgiving in the prior try of this video, but anyways, it will have been Valentine's Day. Let's get the right holiday or whatever. And you know, I feel like the main topic that a lot of people are obsessing over lately is whether you are single or you're in a relationship. And if you're like me, then you are currently single. If you saw my relationships video, then you know that I have been single for 5 years, and I feel like I always say 5 years, but it actually currently is 5 years, and I feel like before I would just like round it to 5 years. But anyways, right now I have actually currently been single for 5 years, but that doesn't mean that I haven't managed to get myself into a few situationships along the way, and one of the situationships I was in, I actually currently just ended it, like legit very very recently. I was in the situationship for a year and a few months, and it was very much a roller coaster ride. It had a lot of ups and downs, but I feel like the reason why I stayed in it so long and allowed it to be this long was because the ups, I wanted to outweigh them, and the ups would be that this person, he just made me feel like I could be very open with him and very like he made me feel like he was very accepting of everything I go through, and he could look past it, and he gave me this comfort that no other guy had given me before him. And but it had to end because even though he made me feel all that, he also made me question myself a lot, and he made me question a lot, where my self-worth was and where my self-love was. And that's something that I can't believe that I let him do, because I'm someone who's always preaching that you should have self-love and self-worth, and I would just feel so guilty preaching this when I myself wasn't doing this for myself. And so finally, I just had my eyes open, and I was like, I can't do this anymore, because I no longer saw the good outweighing the bad, and I had to stop thinking that it was a good idea to stay in this situationship. And I'm not trying to bash him really, because regardless of the downs, like I said, there were ups, and regardless of anything, I really care for him. I'll probably care for him for a long time, and I honestly wish him nothing but the best, and I wish him well. But yeah, it had to end. And yeah, sometimes just because you care about someone doesn't mean that you can stick around, especially when you feel like you are putting in more effort than they are, and you care more than they care, and when you're questioning something so important like your self-love and self-worth. And that's something that I don't ever want to be questioning ever again, and I hopefully won't. But you know, aside from him, there was also someone else who I've been in a situationship with, and it was during one of the times where me and this guy were off, because we were very on and off, and with this guy, he also made me feel very comfortable, and like I could be very open, and he, you know, looked past all of my, you know, things that I saw as flaws, or, you know, things that I saw as, you know, not everyone else can, you know, fully accept with my adaptability. And yeah, this other guy, he painted a really nice picture for me that, you know, he could see, you know, marriage for us, and, you know, he could see me being the mother of his children, and yeah, you know, he just painted a really nice picture for me. We would actually talk about, you know, if things were to, you know, go well, and, you know, things were to work out like how we wanted them to, the possibility of me moving out with him and, you know, living with him, and, you know, then, like I said, eventually, like, you know, getting married and us having kids. But that didn't end up working out either. And both of these situationships ended up being lessons at the end, but they were also blessings for me, because they taught me that, you know, it may not always work out at the end, but there will be people who will look past, you know, my adaptability and just things that I come with that I sometimes see as deal breakers or flaws. And that's something that I've struggled with. I feel like, especially when I was in high school and when I was going through my depressive state, which is like around the same time. Actually, it is the same time. You know, I would have these crushes in school, and even if they, you know, these guys would talk to me and they were nice guys to me, I would always, like, automatically be like, oh, you know, they're just nice guys, but there's no way that they can, you know, ever like me, because they're always gonna like someone else. I'm never gonna be their choice because of, you know, me being in this chair, or the way I look, or all I come with, and there's no way that I can ever be with them, because there's no way that, you know, they're ever gonna accept me if I were to tell them that, you know, all my I guess all the baggage I come with. And that's something that, you know, I'm trying not to think like anymore. However, it's still something that I'm working on, because I still find myself doing that in college currently. But like I said, in contrast to before, now I'm currently trying to not think that way. It's really funny when a lot of you tell me, oh my gosh, you're so confident, you know, with you being so, you know, okay with showing off your braces and, you know, your chair and your stomach and these pictures you take. And, you know, when I did also my video, I am beautiful and sexy, and, you know, for the most part, I do feel like I am confident now, at least much more than I have been in the past. But, you know, it's so much more easier to be confident when you're the only one in the room and there's no one to be compared to, because, you know, I feel like when I started comparing myself a lot to my classmates in high school, I then started comparing myself to my cousins, especially as they grew up, because most of my cousins are younger than me. But, you know, once they started to become teens like me, you know, I would find myself comparing myself to them, or I would compare myself to the girlfriends my uncles would have, or my cousins, or friends of mine. But yeah, that's something that, you know, I'm now working on not trying to do so much, because I just gotta just rock what I got and, you know, accept it. And for the most part I do now, but like I said, it's still sometimes hard for me to fully accept it and fully be comfortable, I guess, rocking it. But yeah, you know, but these two situationships taught me that, you know, someone can look past it all, and someone can accept me for all I come with. And that's also something that I'm learning thanks to a lot of you guys who, you know, give me all this confidence with your sweet comments on, you know, just all these compliments you give me, and so I thank you for that, because, you know, a lot of you say that I've helped you, but you've helped me with, you know, your sweet words and messages and all that, so thank you. What else was I gonna talk about? Oh, and you know, in regards to, like I said, going back to this second guy, I feel like, you know, if you guys, I think I talked about it in my Let's Talk video, or at least I planned to do it, but I remember if I did it. I mentioned how I wasn't sure if I wanted marriage or kids anymore, or, you know, that housewife life, and I feel like that has something to do with that situationship not working out at the end currently. Like, I feel like that's part of the reason why, just because it kind of left me in a bummy state that it didn't work out, and I was really, I guess, hoping it would at its time. But you know, it also got me thinking, you know, once that ended, like, do I really want, you know, a wife life, and, you know, do I really want kids, especially the, you know, the way that I'm trying to set up this career that I'm chasing. You know, if plans that I continue to work on actually take off and work at the end, and they go successful, I know that, you know, or I feel like my career, like, would compete a lot with my family life, and that's something that I just don't want to do. You know, I don't want to happen. But then I have to remember that right now I'm currently 21 only, and, you know, I should just focus on me at the moment. And, you know, if I'm meant to have a family life and all that, then it'll hopefully work out at the end, and I should just take it one day at a time. And if you remember me saying in my, I think also my relationships video, that you know, about, you know, finding my soulmate. I still very much believe in soulmates. I do, because I've seen soulmates, and it's so beautiful to me. But as of right now, at least for me, this is for me only, I don't know if I'm meant to have a soulmate, but I do know that I am meant to, I guess, meet people along the way, and you know, hopefully form, you know, relationships with people, like the kind that I'm, you know, the kind that I want, because I know I'm worthy of it, and I know what I bring to the table, and I know that, you know, my loyalty and my love it's, you know, real and it's deep, and yeah. But like I said, we will take it one day at a time. We will see what happens. And yeah, moral of the story is, don't give up on yourself. Someone will always look past what you see as a flaw, because to them it might not be a flaw, but try to not, you know, have that validation come from someone else. Try to give it to yourself. I know it's hard. It's been hard for me, but, you know, try to learn from my mistakes. And yeah, I hope that all of you who have someone significant had a wonderful Valentine's Day with them. If you're single, I still hope you had a great time, whether that be, you know, with friends or family, or, you know, maybe by yourself. You know, there's nothing wrong with enjoying your self company. I personally prefer my self company a lot of times, and it's fine to, you know, just vibe with yourself sometimes. Yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, please leave them down below, because I love talking to you guys in the comments. And I really appreciate that, you know, you guys do it more and more often now. It makes my world. I don't know if you guys know this, because I didn't know this until I became a YouTuber and people started talking to me on YouTube, but you can send me messages on YouTube. But if you don't know how to do it on YouTube, you can just email me on my email down below, and you can find me on all my social media sites down below. Subscribe so you can know when I make new videos. And if you find this video worthy of sharing, please share. Alright, I will talk to you guys later, and yeah, okay, bye!